Hey guys, Loman02, currently getting ready to play a game of 100 card singleton, or correction, 93-94, and we're going to be playing with a new brew, some Merfolk. And this deck is much more casual. We'll pull it up real fast before this gets going. There just aren't quite enough good ones to play them, really, in old school competitively, but the deck is certainly very budget-oriented. Oh, definitely not this. This is 100 card singleton old school. Merfolk. Here we go. So, Psionic Blasts, Voldalian Knights. You're really banking in this deck to be playing against islands, because islands are pretty common in old school, and you have the 4 Phantasmal Terrains, which I believe are broken on MTGO. It's why they're in the board. There should be probably some number of main. Yeah, take out the Ancestral Recall, Black Lotus, and Sapphire if you want to play, or at a budget, plus Library of Alexandria. Likely replace it with like 2 to 3 islands. And then the Ancestral Recall, probably like either a Boomerang, maybe another Merfolk Assassin or something like that. Then I think we have a War Barge in the sideboard, or maybe I cut that because it was too hinky. But the deck is certainly cool. Oh, looks like we're started. Alright, so. Oh, no wonder the sound's all the way down. Yeah, it's a keeper. It's not like the best hand ever, but it's not horrible either. It'd be a little better if it had one more island. Not gonna lie. Okie doke. Passing it. Well, the question becomes, do we lead on island? I think we still lead on this. Now, Library of Alexandria is a quandary. We're only playing with 1 strip mine, so we're playing under Vintage Filter, so not EC rules, which I actually have started to kind of like EC rules. The mana bases are generally bigger, because people are playing 3 to 4 strip mines, and it makes aggro a lot more viable. Makes decks like the one I'm running right now probably more viable. Well, I don't know, it's kind of a challenge to say that, because you have a lot of double blue requirements in this deck, so that can be a problem. That's why it's like a deliberate debate on whether you want to lead on Library of Alexandria or not. I don't know if it could be the kiss of death in this deck. This deck certainly does not come back very well from behind. And even if we mana drain right here, what are we going to do? Control Magic something? My thinking is this, though. I'll get to draw this turn with it, and, alright, well, they have Serendib Efreet, I assume. Yeah. Draw. I wouldn't have been able to stop that regardless. Okie doke. Get in there, you little guys. And we'll have to blow this thing up next turn. That's right. Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. And much to our delight, our opponent is playing islands here. Okay. Question is, do I block here? I think I actually do, because I don't have the Lord. Just going to chump, I think. Look at it as a free card off the library anyways. I really don't want to run into my opponent's counter magic here, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'll have to discard, so, they're going to play a counter spell, and that's going to be that. Go ahead and counter it. They're down to 3 cards, though. Yeah, I know. Yep, you got it. And we're still at 7. And we can try to control magic it next turn if we don't... Well, if we get lucky and hit a land, we can do that. Okay. The blue-red deck is more competitive. Look for land here. Black Lotus would be nice. Another counter spell. Well, that's irksome. Okie doke. least hold off the ground pounders here, or this thing can just get burned off. We shall see. Yep, getting burned off. Kind of feeling greedy here. I'm going to draw. Hope to hit a land. Now I'm just going to counter this. And get the mana on my second turn. Or on the second part of my turn here. And the debate is, now I think I just do this. My opponent tapped out. Well, we have depleted our opponent's hand here, which is not a bad deal. But the big question is, what do I do this turn? Do I play out? I could just boomerang. I really want to hit mana here. Like, a Lotus would probably be our best draw. Okay, well, we're going to miss. Just boom this back. And force him to kind of tap low. We'll block the Mishra's Factory. And then we can either Psionic Blast. Okay, Time Walk, cool. I mean, I guess not extremely cool. But so we're going to get for 3 more here. Yippee. Yeah, Time Walk was not good for us there. I feel like if we get the turn back there, we look pretty good. But, meh. It's a thing. I really don't even feel like control magicking this Serendipity, but I'm probably going to have to. Okay, get in with both. I will chump. Yep. Well, let's draw here, see if we can... I mean, we're kind of screwed, right? Yeah, we have to concede here. Opponent's draw was pretty solid there. I think we played this right and just kind of missed on lands a few too many times. Seasinker, I think, is going to be good in this matchup. Blue Elemental Blast, I think, is probably a must. I still do like the Psionic Blast. They can get flying, right? Yeah. River Merfolk and these things are bad. I don't really care for Boomerang. Probably cut 1 Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. Let's give this a shot. We're going to see if this deck can get there. Blue-Red is probably like the second best deck in this format, I think. I tend to think. Yeah, we'll keep it. It's got a lot of removal. The removal does a lot of damage to us. But we'll get on a River Merfolk. It should have Mountain. I mean, like most of these cards are actually really good against Blue-Red. They're sort of good against it, I guess. All right. Let's play this thing out. I'm gonna sit on Counter Magic. Fine by me. I'm just going to chip in there and leave up Psionic Blast. I'm not going to run my Lord into Counter Magic. Force them to do something first. I have the 2-power attacker, so there is that. keep chipping away. Now, I'm willing to, if they activate next turn and leave up counter magic, I'm willing to throw a counter spell into this thing. Okay. It's fine. Okay, they want to leave up counter magic here for my Psionic Blast, I presume. And they can counterspell my stuff. Go ahead. One counterspell out of hand. Nope. Alright, they're just going to hang out then. Well, I would like to stop drawing islands at this point. I'm also not going to... I think they still probably have it, so I'm going to wait. Although I don't know. Alright, Lord of Atlantis. Counterspell, I assume. Okay. Voldalian Knight. They've lost 2 lands, though, at this point, and not counterspell. I don't know what's more right to protect. Alright, they're doing nothing. I'll play on a spell. If they have counterspell, they can get this. They cannot get it with Power Sync. Oh, okay. I guess they are running Spell Blast. I'm going to leave Psionic Blast in my hand. I could just throw at them here, but I don't think I need to do that yet. Well, what are they holding? Probably a bunch of red cards. Oh, you have a counter for this as well? Just continue to throw them out there and trit their hand down. Ooh, the ugly counterspell. Oh, okay. Well, if they play a Volk or a Mountain, then we can kind of get them pretty good with the River Merfolk, and then I still have the Psionic Blast, so they're at a Virtual 4. That is fine. Like an Earthquake or something. So I can Mountain Walk now. Well, they're probably going to kill one of these things. Would be my guess. Okay. Well, hopefully we can Power Sync something here. And then go for the win next turn. That's the ideal line of play here. And now their decision to kill the flyer, I think, is actually wrong, because this thing can Mountain Walk through. Yeah, that's fine. And this thing will actually... Are you going to Lightning Bolt my thing? Okay. Well, burn me through this. You have 2 turns with your Serendib. And I also have a Sea Singer, which... Yep. Which I'm probably not going to tap the Sea Singer here because it'll win me the game. Yeah, there we go. Or because the Serendib will win the game for me all on its own. But another Control Magic? Probably not. Let's just go with this. So yeah, just a budget deck. I mean, it's even got a Sunken City in it from the dark, which is pretty sweet, even though I don't like the card. I think having to tap 2 blue, if you're not familiar, it's an anthem for blue creatures. Which I suppose is probably not great in this matchup. Probably better than a Merfolk Assassin, though. War Barge, if you're not familiar, I believe that's a card from the dark as well, or maybe it was Fallen Empires. What do we think of this? It's a mole. Oh my goodness, no, thank you. Okay. Put it on top. Let's hope here. Little fella. I mean, I guess the cool thing is if they just go land go next turn. I think the right play is to just blow up their land. And try to see if we can get lucky, or maybe they just have mountains in hand and we can hit a land and give our things island walk. No such luck. We're gonna miss now. Come on, deck. Give me an island. Or a Black Lotus. Black Lotus is probably best draw in the deck. Okay. Mox Ruby. Cool. Do you have a Serendib? And slam it. Okay. Kind of a risky play, I think, because if I do hit an island here, I feel like I'm pretty well positioned in this. Well, we miss. Very unfortunate. But, mulligan to 5. What are you going to do? Play another one out? Oh, okay. We're going extreme aggro here. Thank you, deck. Well, if I can land another one of these things unchecked, then I feel pretty good. Get in there. Counterspell, I assume. Power Sink. Okay. Well, take a bunch. And can you kill me this turn? Psionic Blast plus 6 down to 1. It's a lot of damage. I think I send with all here, because I want to get him to activate the factory and then dome him with the Psionic Blast and try to go for the win. Could cast Sunken City. This is just less mana efficient for him. His best line here is to, like, bolt that thing, which, okay, got it. Okay. And we still win. So this is actually like, this is why I did this. I needed to tap him out here. Because what we do is Psionic Blast. And you have Bolt in your hand. Nope. And victory. So, very tight game. Very, very tight. Alright. Good night, man. But, you know, pretty cool budget deck. I don't think it's great. I think we got a little lucky to win that because I think Blue-Red's a pretty solid deck. Like I said, I think some number of Phantasmal Terrains need to be in main. I need to test the card more. The first time I tested it, I'm pretty sure I named Island, and it gave the opponent black mana. It's like Swamp, and gave them black mana. So I think Phantasmal Terrain's broken on MTGO, so we're kind of just banking on them playing blue with this deck, because like a lot of your threats can't even attack. Like Voldalian Knight can't even attack if they don't have an Island, you know. And we're kind of banking on Island Walk helping us out. But, you know, a pretty interesting, you know, budget option. Obviously, you can go more budget if, like I said, if you remove the Sapphire, the Black Lotus, and the Library. You can get Strip Mine pretty cheap. It's been reprinted a bunch. Psionic Blast also probably expensive. And as you can tell, I mean, I think it's something you need in the deck. Because you're essentially an aggro control deck. Mostly aggro, depending on how many counter spells you have. But you only have 6 counter spells in this deck. Boomerang could possibly get pulled. You know, and what do you put in instead of that? I don't know. I'd have to look at it more. Maybe like a Brain Geyser or like a Recall would be fine. But I don't know. But pretty interesting deck. You know, just blue Merfolk. You know, Sea Singer kind of acts like Preacher in this deck, except for it's a little better than Preacher in the regard that you can use Phantasmal Terrain, and it actually allows you to select what you're taking. A bunch of control magic, so we're kind of hoping to play against creature decks. Hates out artifacts in the sideboard. Blue Elemental Blast makes sense, and some extra Sea Singers and control magic to kind of round out what the game plan's going on here, which is basically steal their threats, hit with your little efficient threats, and then just win the game. You know, so interesting deck. Not a lot to say on it. It's more of a fun deck. You know, it's got some suboptimals in it, but you know, any budget deck is going to tend to. You're also missing a few cards. I'm pretty sure there's like a 1/2 that came out of the dark that was a Merfolk as well. That's not bad. You also have Merfolk Assassin 1/2, but the other 1/2 I'm pretty sure costed blue and a 1, which sometimes blue and a 1 is actually kind of nice in this deck. It doesn't generally come up, but when you have Library of Alexandria, it can lead to some awkward draws, like you saw that first game where like we really can't like play out multiple threats in a turn if we want to, so it does make it easier in some regards. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this 93-94 Old School video and very short deck tech on budget Merfolk. Well, not budget Merfolk right now because it's got Black Lotus and Mox in there, but I wanted to be able to play the deck. And if I'm playing against good decks, like you need to probably have those cards to be able to get out of some bad situations. But the funny thing is, like, we actually cast Ancestral Recall in the game of that match that we lost, and then didn't really cast any power in the other games, and managed to find a route to victory through our aggressive, efficient, and evasive, for the most part, threats. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and take care now.